Hey guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you. Starting with deck number one. Could your story or message be here in deck number one? Or is it in deck number two? Could your story or message be here in deck number two? Or is it in deck number three? Could your story or message be here in deck number three? All right, so we will go ahead and begin with deck number one. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Princess of Cups, King of Cups, overall energy, the Chariot, the Fool, and Judgment. All right, so I feel like the overall energy may be indicating that you are needing to set boundaries. I feel that maybe you have dealt with a past issue. Maybe something has already been addressed. I don't know if there is someone, depending on what your situation is, someone who keeps bringing up the past or keeps asking you about the past, something that you feel that you've already resolved. And so I feel like you are now ready to move on from that particular situation and just like start fresh. And there may be people that don't want you to forget about the past or let go of the past, even though maybe you feel like you've resolved it. Yeah, I feel like you're also really having to detach emotionally as well, or at least you're coming off emotionally detached. And maybe that is so that you can make clear decisions, and you know that if you make emotional decisions, you might not make the right one. You might not be thinking clearly, and I feel like you need to think. You need to think clearly in order to make whatever decisions that you have coming up. Stand your ground, whatever you decide, because it does look like you make a clear decision, and then for whatever reason you're starting to change your mind or feel confused, or go back and forth. Well, what do you think? And then it's like two people just kind of keep going back and forth. Well, what do you think? Well, what do you think? There may be a need to establish individualism as well. So I'm thinking about twin energy and how, sometimes twins feel the need to make a physical distinction between them and their sibling. So something of that sort could be going on where somebody's feeling like, okay, I need to identify myself differently. I need to do something different so that people can tell us apart. And I don't know exactly what your situation is that makes you feel like you have to do that, but it does seem like you feel like you need to go ahead and set yourself apart. You also may be dealing with some sort of emotional ups and downs. Like I said, it's like you're trying to move away from a past situation, but something keeps trying to pull you back into the past. And someone also could be causing you to feel emotionally unstable, like you're trying to be strong, but then someone's trying to make you cry. Like something's going on where it's like you're trying to be strong, but there's still a lot of emotional confusion that you may be dealing with. There also could be some sort of conflicting energies where one minute you're acting like you care, the next minute you're acting like you don't. And I also feel that you could witness something that makes you upset or makes you cry, like you're not wanting to witness that. I feel like you're going to need to decompress. It seems that there's also a situation going on where maybe it feels like you're being judged or like everyone's looking at you. I don't know if, you feel like someone's trying to shame you, and maybe this is something that you've dealt with in the past. Yeah, somebody could be trying to shame you or guilt you. That may be another reason why you're feeling defensive or feeling the need to stand on your beliefs. And it seems like you're also just taking the high road in general. So something also could be going on with an air sign and water sign, a water sign or water signs. In a love situation, it could be that you're confused or indecisive, trying to choose between two people. Maybe you keep comparing one person to the other. Maybe they're complete opposite. There could be, some sort of age gap, or maybe opposites attract. It also could be that you bring out emotions from a water sign, or they somehow are able to bring your emotional side out. Okay, I'm getting something about intuition. Someone may be being very intuitive or psychic. I'm also getting an energy of someone who is coming off as being in between worlds. I kind of feel like maybe someone is either dealing with like dreaming, traveling, just because someone is in between worlds. And I also could be picking up that someone has had a near-death experience. You also might start remembering some sort of past life situation, something that happened in your previous life you're starting to remember. Almost feel like if someone touches you, or the minute someone touches you, like it's some sort of conductor or something. It's like it makes you start to remember something. It may not be as animated as like a movie or something, that it might not be that dramatic where someone touches you and then you have like a flash, but it does seem like someone touches you and then all of a sudden you're starting to remember certain things. Maybe it happens later on that day or in a dream, but it does seem like maybe someone is activating something in a sense. I kind of feel too like somebody might speak out of terms Or someone is trying to speak for someone else, they don't know what they're talking about, and it just causes more confusion. So someone is probably needing to be quiet. If you feel that you're going to be the one trying to intervene in someone's issue or problems, be careful about what you're saying, because it, like I said, it could be that you don't know what you're talking about, basically. Maybe you think you do, but you really don't, or you don't have the full story. Or like I said, somebody could be doing this to you. There also could be an announcement that somebody's leaving. Let's see. Yeah, there's some, you might also need to be prepared for a situation that is going to be emotional. So that may be the need for emotional detachment. You're like, okay, I need to be strong to deal with this. Someone could be coming into your life that is very emotional, and maybe you're just needing to be strong to deal with it. You might start to feel some sort of financial struggle or pull, like maybe feeling responsible for too many people. You might start to feel like you're stretching yourself thin. Maybe you can't keep up with all the promises that you said. You also may be someone that's trying to hold it together for other people, and it's just getting hard or difficult. Relationships may be coming off a little unstable. In a love situation, I feel that someone is having anxiety when it comes to approaching you. So there's someone who's thinking about you that wants to come forward, that wants to approach you, but they're very nervous about it. Something is coming off like you're having to coach yourself too. You're having to coach yourself through something, talk your way through something. You might have a pity party because you feel like you have to be two people or play two roles. You might feel like you have to be the supporter for everyone plus supporting yourself. And maybe feeling like, how come there's no one to support me? You know, you might be having some sort of moment where you feel like you're juggling too many hats. It's like you're having to put on some sort of protective armor. You might find yourself like crying but having to be strong. Now, I also feel that there's someone who maybe regrets letting you go or regrets not fighting for you. Somebody might be thinking that it's too late. Something about the past. Something resurfaces about the past. You thought you were done with it. You thought you were strong. And you probably are, but something happens. I feel like something kind of triggers your memories or your thoughts. You're thinking about the past. You thought you had moved on. It's possible that somebody is thinking this way about you. They thought they had moved on. Also, listening to certain types of music might bring out old emotions. I almost feel like somebody is like, I'm crying over you, or these tears are for you. Can't you see? So I'm starting to see that someone is crying out for help or crying out for attention or needs you to see them. But I still feel that they're being indirect or coming off sending mixed signals or just being very confused. One minute somebody is like, leave me alone. And the next thing they're like, I need company or I need you. And these situations can apply to anything in your life. It could be love situations. It could be work situations. It could be with family. It does feel like somebody is like hiding or holding back their emotions as much as they can. Somebody may have revealed something to you and then they're just like quietly waiting to see if you're going to say anything, if you're going to respond back to what they said. And I feel like you are having a hard time breaking some sort of pattern or cycle. Something is just repetitive. It's like this keeps happening. A lot of times too, lessons or cycles are repeated because you're missing the point or something that you just don't get. It's kind of frustrating, like a math problem and the teacher is like, no, I want to see the work. Like, you can't just write the answer down. I want to see the work. And you keep working it out and coming with the right answer in your head, but the teacher is like, that's not how you do it. And you're like, well, I don't know. Like, okay, well, does the decimal point go here? Does it go here? Like, you're just like guessing, or you just keep putting something in the wrong place, and it's like, nope, that's not it. It just kind of feels like maybe that's what the universe is doing to you. You're like, what is it then? You're like, is it this? It's like, no, that's not it. You know, just another quick example is like some people are like, I learned how to detach last time, so why do I have to learn it this time? And it's like, because that's not your lesson this time. It's like, well, okay, what is my lesson? We can't tell you. You have to figure it out. Okay, well, I learned how to, you know, walk away from things quickly. That's not the lesson this time. It's like, well, what is it? You know, it's like something you're still struggling to understand. I will say go back to that twin energy and realize that people are your mirrors. So if you keep attracting the same type of person or energy over and over again, it may just be something that you're needing to look at in yourself. Maybe it doesn't necessarily mean that you are that way, but maybe there's something that you want or like, or maybe there's something that you need from these type of people that you're attracting. You got to figure it out. I can't tell you, but you know, I will say that I usually always learn my lessons by, instead of saying stuff like, I don't deserve this, which, you know, I don't, but instead to be like, but what am I supposed to be getting from this? Like, why am I, you know, seeing this pattern? What am I supposed to learn from this? Yeah, and that is how I usually resolve my own issues. And it works. So that's why I always suggest that people do that. Okay, so let's move on to deck number 2. All right, we have the Magician, the Knight of Wands, Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, overall energy, King of Swords, Ten of Wands, and Six of Pentacles. All right, so overall energy may literally have to do with an air sign. But I also feel that there's something going on in regards to communication. The way you communicate, or the way someone is communicating with you. Somebody is very good at playing around with words. Someone's very good at deflection. Someone is just very good at creating an illusion and causing distractions, or being the distraction themselves. I feel like this is good energy depending on your situation. So if you are someone who's trying to manifest something for yourself, I feel like this is good energy to be picking up. Like, you have the ability to, you know, manifest what you want. So don't, make sure that you're not making excuses and saying, oh, well, I can't, you know, start my business until, you know, I get back this paycheck, because I'm going to use that check and buy this. It's like, nope, all you need, you got a camera phone. Oh, okay, you already got that kit. Okay, you can make, you know, 5 candles out that kit, sell them at, you know, $100 a pop, you know, just whatever. You know, something's indicating that, no, you don't have to wait for all of that. You can go ahead and get started now with what you got, and then take the profits from that and flip it. You know, so just whatever it is that you might be making excuses for, just like stop and just do it. Do something. I also feel this is good energy for if you, like I said, are a business person, you are able to convince people to give you a chance or give your product a try. It's like, okay, you would be very good at convincing people to believe something about yourself or your product. This is good energy if you are an entertainer or a creator, because you can be very entertaining. Maybe you are able to create interesting sounds if you make music. If you're a storyteller, maybe you can engage your audience really, really well and captivate them. If you write, same thing. Maybe you're very good at creating some sort of illusionary life that people are drawn to. So these are all good traits and qualities to have, depending on, your situation. I even feel that if this is good energy for somebody who works in communications, engineering, software engineering, computers, all of that, you could be the go-to person for that. You also may be very clever in coming up with very cool ideas. You could potentially invent something, or be like some sort of a trailblazer. Yeah, because you have a unique point of view or just an unusual mindset. Relationship wise, I feel that someone can be deflective or tricky or clever, but they also may just be someone who's very charming. So you could be dealing with someone who is very charming. I would say be cautious of the promises that this person makes. They may or may not follow through with those promises. They might just be saying something for the time being. I also feel like somebody keeps dancing around their true feelings, or they keep talking about maybe sexual things, but maybe that is to deflect from the fact that they, have some sort of hidden feelings, deeper feelings, or maybe there's a mixture of both. I will say be careful for anybody from the past that returns, because the reason why they're acting so charming or helpful is because they want something, especially because maybe they're not getting any, and so they're coming back to you. I feel like somebody also is pulling tricks out of their hat, or someone is going to be able to pull some strings for you. So the other two energies that you could be dealing with are fire and earth. I feel that someone is wanting children, but I don't know if they're able to have them, and not necessarily because of a medical condition, but because of a barrier or, protection. I'm also getting that someone is trying to indirectly apologize to you or make amends for their past actions. I have someone who more so likes to show that they're sorry rather than say that they're sorry. And I know that doesn't cut it for a lot of people. I empathize with people who are like that because I have those air placements, especially those Gemini placements will, have a tendency to do things like that. But I feel that somebody is trying to more so show that they're sorry or apologetic rather than to just be like, hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I do feel that someone is able to reel you in just to talk, and it's just like, hey, just want to talk. You could say no, but of course that's their intentions. They do want more, but I do feel like somebody is like trying to find a way to get you to open up or talk to them. Somebody keeps changing their appearance, especially their hair color. I don't know the reason behind it. I don't think it's anything that serious. I just kind of feel like maybe someone gets bored very quickly or something. But I feel like somebody's always changing their appearance. You do seem to be very creative as well. Like a lot of creative energies are coming out. Maybe there's someone that inspires you. You could be drawing or painting. And then going back to manifesting, I feel that something that you've really been working hard on, it will finally manifest. Like it's been a thought. Maybe you've been playing around with some sort of ideas or this fantasy that you've been having. I still feel like maybe you've been taking action towards making it manifest too, but it seems like it will come into fruition wherever this is. If you were wondering if someone is a soulmate, I would say yes. But just keep in mind, just because someone's your soulmate doesn't mean that you're necessarily meant to be together. Something about 6-6 is familiar. I kind of feel like maybe you're trying to refuse someone's help because you feel like they have another agenda. You're like, no, I don't, no, thank you. And you're in the back of your mind, you're like, no, because the minute I do this, then you're going to be wanting me to do blah, blah, blah. And you do have people, some people that are like that too. You have to watch their intentions, or I know somebody personally that does that. Like you'll tell them no, and then they'd be like, remember when I blah, 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 you like 10 years ago? Still, like you have to like watch certain people that do things like that, because I kind of feel like maybe someone is doing something with a hidden agenda. But I do feel like somebody is able to pull some strings for you in a situation. Somebody's like, oh yeah, why didn't you come to me? I know how to blah, blah, blah. I was getting something about Issa Rae. You know, she's an actress, writer. Does she direct? I think she directs too. I'm pretty sure she directs. I'm sorry, Issa. But yeah, I'm getting something about Issa Rae. I don't know if she inspires you, if you know her personally, but I'm getting something about her in your reading. And I'm getting something about being viewed as a goat. Somebody also may become a celebrity hairstylist, or somebody is a hairstylist. In a love situation, I feel that someone is trying to get your attention, but maybe you're not really taking them serious. You might be ignoring them. Someone also may do some type of sorcery, candle magic, anything of that sort. I mean, really, prayer is sorcery too, but I kind of feel like somebody is working with elements, especially like candles, to try to manifest something that they want. There is something very significant about both air and not air, earth and fire. Well, air too, but I really feel like there's something really significant about fire and earth signs in your life that may be approaching you in love or career. I feel like you don't believe anything a fire sign has to say to you. I was talking about someone specific, but it could be somebody really just does not deal with fire signs. I feel like you don't trust somebody. Somebody may try to do something nice for you and you're suspicious of them. You're like, I don't trust you. It just seems like you're questioning someone's motives. You also might not like someone because they're friends with another person. And it's like, no, if they associate with them, then I don't want anything to do with them. Somebody is not going to leave you alone until you agree to hear them out. I also see some sort of opportunity being presented to you, an opportunity that you could get paid for. But it seems like you're, like I said, hesitant or resistant towards whatever this opportunity is. And you might be wondering, like, well, what's in it for you? Or, there's a reason why you're suspicious of it. In a love situation, I feel like somebody is being tempted and someone's loyalty is being tested. Hmm. Okay, I'm getting the energy of someone wondering how you got something. They're like, how did you get this? Or how did you get that job? How did you get a promotion? How did you get that person? What do they see in you? I feel like it's something that you get or receive that other people are, kind of jealous about. They just don't get it. Someone is also aware of you, or you are aware of someone. Someone is aware of deception, put it that way. Someone is like, I know that's just them trying to get a response from me because they do this all the time. And then just ultimately, it seems like the ball is in your court for something. If it's something that you want, you have to go get it, or you have to accept something that's being offered to you. And it seems like you're just doing something that you want to do. Something's going to happen where you just kind of ignore everybody's advice and step out on faith. You also might make a decision without really thinking because you're like, it's too confusing. Like, I'm trying to understand this and that, but it's too confusing. I'm just going to do it. If you do receive some sort of contract agreement, I feel like you should have a lawyer look into it because you aren't going to understand some of that jargon. Anything dealing with legalities or agreements, have a lawyer look at it. All right, so let's move on to deck number 3. We have the 5 of Coins, the Tower, 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups, the Hermit, overall energy, the High Priestess, the 6 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. All right, so the overall energy is kind of telling you that you need to use your own intuition, or, you are going to have to use your feelers to find a way out of a situation or to get the answers that you need. I'm getting unknown. Things are unknown, or things are being hidden from you, or you are the one that keeps things hidden. You could be viewed as the keeper of secrets. Like, maybe there's going to be people bringing their secrets to you. Maybe people find you trustworthy, or you just work in that type of business where people deposit secrets into your account, your bank, or whatever. So maybe you like literally work at a bank, Maybe you do read cards. Maybe you're a therapist. But, either way, I feel like, you're being viewed as the keeper of secrets. I feel that you're also needing to pay attention to dreams because it seems like there's a lot of messages that could be coming through to you in dreams. You might be having dreams about your family, premonitions, things that are going to happen. You might be dreaming of, a spirit child. You might be having dreams of love on the way. I feel like the things that you've been dreaming about are also to prepare you. Yeah, it's like you've been seeing little movie previews of your life, and that's just basically to prepare you. Now, things may not happen or unfold 100% like the dream that you had, but I do feel that those dreams are warnings. Or not necessarily a warning, but just to prepare you. Now, there are feelings of disappointment. And if you aren't the one feeling this way, then there must be somebody around you that's going through it. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of unexpected changes happening to you. Things might get a little chaotic for you, or something is happening where you feel just disrupted or disturbed, unsettled. There's a lack of security. Yeah. Your foundation doesn't seem stable, and it just seems like in general there are issues in regards to your root chakra. So you might need to look into ways to resolve your root chakra, to heal it, or see what's going on. Something that's being brought to your attention as well. Anything too that you've been ignoring, financial issues or health issues, could be brought into the spotlight. Or it's like, hey, you can't ignore this anymore. Like, you got to do something about it. Something is going on for too long. And it's like now you're going to be put in a position where you have to make a change. Oh. So, yeah, if you had been putting off going to the dentist for a chipped, what do you call it, filling, it's like then all of a sudden the entire filling falls out. It's like, oh, now I gotta go to the dentist. I've been saying I was gonna go to the dentist and I never went. Now I gotta go. This is really bothering me, y'all. My little fingernail. I'm gonna have to stop this and file it because it's annoying me. Okay, I'm back. I don't have no nails. Okay, so yeah, but I feel like and I also see that whatever is a secret is being, like, you're being forced to deal with it, or if somebody's been hiding something from you, it's coming out. I feel like you're trying to stop something from happening that's inevitable, or you're trying to hold something together and you're trying to catch like something that's falling apart, and it's like, how you can't save that. It's making me think of sandcastles or something, and it's just like you're holding on to it, but it's like just falling through your fingers. I don't know, I just feel that something has to happen. Something is inevitable. I will say that you seem to be feeling better afterwards. after there's some sort of disruption in your life, after a secret comes out, after chaos, it just seems like then it brings about some sort of peace and understanding. And I feel like you're going to be happy that something's over or something ended. You're like, okay, well, I was nervous at first. I didn't know where I was landing, but I landed on something soft, so I'm okay. Like maybe your job was at risk and you're like, I'm losing my job, like the company's going under, and you tried to stop it. You did everything in your power, but there's nothing you can do about a failing company. But you landed in another job, which wouldn't have happened had this not happened. So it's just like, let it happen. In fact, I see, multiple energies that indicate that you're needing to let it flow. Like, just go with the flow of things. Let things happen as they should. I feel that something is part of your self-discovery. I feel like ultimately, you're forced to like go within for answers. Maybe you've been, looking for the answers outside of yourself when all along the answers were within. So I feel like you're being redirected to find answers within yourself. And I feel like you're being enlightened by your problems or the chaos in your life. Is enlightening you. I also feel that as you become enlightened, you attract other people who are on the same path. Something could force somebody to grow up fast, or it's like you're about to get a crash course in something. You also might be looking deeper into your family. If you're in a relationship, definitely could go through a breakup, because it seems like maybe people have been living in that bubble or a honeymoon phase, or have been, just been living in illusion. And it seems like that illusion is going to crumble. I do see financial ruin before success comes. But I feel like had you not gone through some sort of financial ruin, it wouldn't have led you to where you need to be. In love, I feel that somebody could be or realize that they've been lying to themselves in regards to what they want. Somebody has been maybe praying for relationships that they've seen other people have. And it's like, no, but what do you want? What works for you? Like, what you're looking at is not in alignment with what you truly want. And I feel like maybe you are having to come to the realization of that. Just as a brief example, somebody's like, no, I just want a good person. I just want blah, blah, blah. Looks don't matter. sex doesn't matter, like saying things like that, and then you get that person and then you're like, this is so boring, or what was I thinking? Like those things do matter. And the thing is that it is based off of the lower chakras, but it's like maybe that's your path, or maybe it's something in your chart that is telling you like, no, this is what you need, or this is what you like you have to have that. You're wanting something that's for somebody else, but and it does seem like something is Saturn based, or like I said, dealing with the root chakra. So you might come to that realization, or maybe you're saying you don't need money, you don't care about money. Turns out like, yeah, I do need money, I do like it, I want it, so something is very physically based, and because you don't have it, or because you've been haven't had it, you're going to come to some sort of rude awakening that, hey, this is the truth. Like maybe I was in denial of XYZ, but I do need this, or I do want that. But it does seem like your needs are not being fulfilled. Maybe you've been hiding it. Maybe you've been trying to hold something together. It's not working. Yeah. You also might find yourself, either you find that you have to go back to a 9 to 5, or that you realize that you've been codependent on some sort of a 9 to 5 job, or you're being taken away from that to prove that you can be independent, that you don't need it. I feel like somebody's going to find out that their home is haunted. The overall energy I'm getting is that something is going to be exposed. The lies that someone told, or the deception, the denial, like something is going to be exposed. Realizing that something was an illusion. And the other thing, like I said, the way this could manifest is through dreams. Like something is being revealed to you in a dream. I'm kind of getting something like something has to be relayed to you in the spiritual realm, because it's a secret. That's the only way to get this information through to you secretly. I feel like someone is also trying to intentionally scramble your signals if you're intuitive or psychic. It could be government. It could be just a jealous enemy. But I feel like somebody is trying to intentionally scramble your signals. You might be trying to block out some people, especially earth or fire signs. Or you're in denial of something. Seems like somebody's trying to show you something, but you're ignoring them for whatever reason. Because you don't trust them. You don't trust what somebody has to say or share with you. Something also could be like, I'll believe it when I see it. I do feel that after losing faith, your faith is going to be restored. Something is giving you a sense of peace or a sense of pride at some point. And I feel like you become very confident in yourself or confident in your abilities. I just kind of feel like you're literally like patting yourself on the shoulder. So I do feel that you once believed something, then because you didn't have proof, you dismissed it, didn't want to think about it, and then it gets confirmed. And then you're like, I knew it. I feel like you feel validated. I see a little bit of gloating, even if you're secretly gloating. I feel like there's some sort of gloating because you're like really, really impressed with yourself in regards to something that you did or were able to do or something that you avoided. Even if, let's say, you make predictions and like your predictions like just all came true. I see you really gloating about it inside, and it may be something gloat worthy. Like maybe you really called something and you're like, I can't believe I called that. Like, and you're just like really proud of it. So I feel like something is like a really big deal to you and you feel validated. In love, I feel like a secret admirer is going to come through. And I feel like you are flattered, like really flattered by the person that's approaching you. It makes you happy too, whoever this is, even if you don't want to show it. I feel like you're trying to control how happy you actually are. It's going to be revealed to you that you're on the right path or on the right track. Maybe in regards to a career that you were wondering about, or moving, or a relationship, something that you've been questioning. And I feel like you're going to get confirmation that you're on the right path. Again, I'm getting clarity, feeling clarity and enlightenment, having understanding. I feel like you're also coming to the end of a chapter in your life, and you're getting ready to start this new chapter. Something could be a little bittersweet. I'm seeing someone finding alternative ways to heal themselves or other people. I also get the energy of someone being spied on or observed. It's more of an observation, careful observation, more than lurking. It's like someone isn't lurking just for the sake of it, they're really trying to understand you. I feel like somebody's going to have a clear understanding of where you come from, or their questions are being answered as to why you are the way you are. Or this could be in reverse. I feel like somebody enjoys being single or alone, but I can also see that phase of someone's life coming to an end. I feel for those of you that study astrology, something's going to become very clear or very apparent. It's like right there in your chart, and it's making perfect sense to you why something is the way that it is in your life. Yeah, so those are all the messages that I have for you guys, but hopefully some things resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.